Question. Where's Rick Ross? Rick Ross been quiet for a few days. And I feel like it's strange. I'm on YouTube. Now, I literally typed in Rick Ross. And the most recent, I want to say the most recent activity. I want to say activity, but I don't even know if that's actual Ross activity. It might just be repurposed content. But the most recent, what seemed like activity from him, was at least 6 days ago. And I think that's strange. I'm not being sarcastic and all of that. I follow Rick Ross on IG, but I don't see all of his posts because I don't interact with them. So, they'll take them out of your algorithm and all of that. So I don't really, I don't know. Yeah. No way to sugarcoat it. Son is missing, and it's peculiar, if you ask me. I think it's strange that ain't nobody announced a makeup show. Like, it's strange that show was canceled and not postponed after all of the efforts. The Big Meech show, right? I haven't seen Rick Ross in any more pictures or any more. Haven't seen Rick Ross at all. But ever since the cancellation, like, we seen Rick Ross with the one time with a Louis sling on, talking about his shoulder broke. All of the speculation and all that. I asked, ain't nobody gonna talk about it? Don't. So I imagine when you a certain level of rich, right? I don't know. I'm just imagining things right now. When you're a certain level of rich, you know what I'm saying? You always got somebody around. Like, you ain't like, I can't imagine Rick Ross being in his house completely by himself. Not that, you know what I'm saying? There's some housekeeping, somebody, right? That's what I imagine. Right? If he broke his shoulder, like, Rick Ross got punched, he got assaulted in Canada, and he made very light of that. He was like, so I thought somebody threw a drink on me, boss, right? I feel like, he's able to laugh at himself, and sometimes, but ain't no story about his arm being broke, and now we ain't seen him. Has anybody seen him? You know what I mean? Can anybody in the comments tell me, nah, he was, he just did the blah blah blah. Yeah, ain't put it in the comments if somebody's seen Rick Ross within the last week with actual activity, not like repurposed content. Y'all get what I'm saying? Not just some video somebody used already and they just, you know what I'm saying, they remixing it in their blog. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't trying to make up the show. With unforeseen circumstances. Some the unforeseen circumstances were permanent. What? I don't get it. Why ain't nobody got that on camera? No, nothing. Boozy said, when I say nobody got that on camera, I'm talking about, I'm snapping back in between topics. I'm thinking about the incident that caused Rick Ross to, break his shoulder. Like, he said, my shoulder broke, boss. He didn't say he fell. He didn't say he had a biking accident. He didn't say nothing. I vlogged about it. The things that some of y'all said in my comments are hilarious, but I'm not going to get into those. But like, I feel like there should be some story there. You know what I mean? Did something happen to him? I mean, like, something happened to him, I think. I'm not asking. I'm gonna go ahead and say what I think. I could be wrong. I think something happened to him, and it's possible that I don't know. It's possible that that's it's pressure on son. Like it's possible that things ain't all good for son right now because, bruh. I mean, the way y'all was flexing, you know, and I gotta admit it, like y'all didn't just everybody talking about this was a pic. All of this started with with Big Meech and 50 Cent over a picture. It wasn't a picture. It wasn't just a picture. Maybe it would like I mean, a picture is what I do in the club with random strangers all the time. I took my daughter to a gymnastics class. I ran into some dude. You understand what I'm saying? Who was a fan. Salute to him. Took a picture, right? We didn't have a whole conversation. You know, I wasn't. You know, we didn't have a whole conversation with all kind of subliminals, all kind of things being said that can be taken the wrong way, and it was and that conversation that we didn't have wasn't caught on camera. You understand what I'm saying? The dude who took the pic, who ran up and took the picture, he wasn't an op of one of my boys. You understand what I'm saying? He wasn't in the commentating real recognize real. You know what I'm saying? Your face. I'm thinking about the Terry jump off Southwest T when he took the picture with Supreme son. But like in the joint with with the with Meech and 50, like that was not just a picture, that was a video, and it was a lot of energy that was palpable. You could see it. Oh, smiley and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? It is what it was. Yeah, Rick Ross. I heard somebody say Rick Ross need to go ahead on and give Meech like 2-3 wing stops or something. Like, I ain't mad at that. Word up. Not to say whether Meech know what to do with a wing stop, but hey, he ran a multi-million. Like, people always saying, if you could run a D-rug operation, you could be a. They say it all the time. Because for you not to be standing nowhere next to this nigga right now is crazy. If you Rick Ross, that's wild. Like one video changed that man's life. Now, granted, you starting to hear some of the whispers of what I assumed. They they leaking out here and there about how Meech wanted to be in the driver's seat. I assumed something like that. I assumed that it couldn't just be over this, you understand, a picture or video, right? I think something led to the video, right? You know, 50 exposed recently. He's like, yo, come to think about it, he might have had a problem with the relationship I had with Mimi, Little Meech. You know what I mean? Talking about, and he started pointing out the stark contrast between the way he role modeled versus the way Big Meech role model. You know, 50's like, yo, I'm telling the nigga stay away from drugs or put him in a rehab or whatever. His pop's telling him how much he used to do ecstasy. I'm telling the boy to watch the money, blah, 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 blah. His pop's telling him how much money he blew, whatever. I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact terminology. So all of these things, all of these things that are not a picture, are not that video. You understand what I'm saying? These things that might have been in play, you know what I mean, that led to the picture and video. You know what I mean? Boozy said, Wow niggas was at the show. I just seen him on a Vlad interview. He said Wow niggas was at the show. Not at the show, but the artists, a bunch of the artists that were scheduled to perform actually showed up. And it was really a couple of hours before showtime when they found out it got canceled. It was like he said that some officialitized, some suits, came up in there around the sound check, sometime around the time of the sound check, and clipped the show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so yeah, Vlad was like, he heard that the show, that the ticket sales was lackluster. Boosie was like, nah, B. Nah, he was, from what he was saying is you could feel the energy in the city. You know what I'm saying? You could feel the energy. The artist was in the, they was on set, in the city. Most of them, he didn't name no names, but he said a lot of those artists was there. You know what I mean? But then somebody officialitized came in and shut it down. Like when stuff like that happens, that's somebody pulling strings. Now, it makes me think back to what 50 said, you don't know how powerful I am. You know what I mean? And right after he said, I ain't have nothing to do with the show getting canceled, stop calling my phone. Right? Because like I remember when probably referenced this on a former vlog. I know I did. My birthday, my 50th birthday, I had this location set up. A day and a half before the party, they called me and tell me, nah, we can't do it. With some whack reasons and all that. After they had promoted it along with us. Like they had it on their website. They had my party on their website and all of it. I mean on a IG. They was going hard. They was going damn near hard as we was promoting it. Then at the last minute, they like, nah, B. They're like, nah, we listen to your music and it's too hard. It's too violent. What? Somebody called. Now I don't know. Like I'm not one of those niggas who be running around here talking. A lot of you niggas swear you got haters. Don't nobody care what a lot of you niggas is doing. You imaginary hating that. Anyway, that was I could slip that. Maybe I need to rant on that in the random rock. Anyway, I don't like it. I'm not one of those dudes who think I got wild haters, but I know that incident wasn't random. You understand what I'm saying? The only way for somebody to go from yay to no is for somebody, from my vantage point, is for somebody to be like, nah, don't do that. Hello? Don't do that. What? That rock shit. Don't do it. You know what I mean? And that's what that sounds like. I don't know. It is what it is. What else is rocking? If you're Rick Ross, you should be you shouldn't be missing right now. At least not. If ain't none of us seeing you, Meech, Big Meech should be on the phone with you right now if you're Rick Ross. Anyway, welcome to the nation, y'all. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, the president of the King around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor, and master damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, you leave us a super thanks or a cash app. We actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do you. Y'all do you. Cash app tag will be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for y'all who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. Alright? Slang and Rock Volume 2 all the way back to the Shell Shop. Mixtapes. Go there, indulge, get busy. Music out, Winner Circle, BCC. I'll be on Twitch soon. Yeah. And if if I forgot any pauses, so what? Pause. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Auto reverse. That's what she said. Yeah, man. Somebody check on Rick Ross, B. Cause yeah, this don't seem right. I'm not. I'm a little bit worried about his safety. You know what I mean? Um, cause Meech might be. People might be calling Meech all kind of names right now, but that don't mean he ain't got no strength. Like, there's probably still some niggas out there that ride for Meech, and you already know. Made this into this video. Let me get four. They got binoculars or magnifying glasses. Magnifying glass. Four of them. We looking for Rick Ross. The search is on. All right. Rock on, rock going.